Greetings, fellow beings. Ho, it is a terrific Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. We have a lot to get through today. I think we've got 17 stories, something like that. A little bit of a slower pace than we were yesterday with 19 or 20. But boy, I don't mind the news. The news is okay. Some of the news is concerning. But I think we'll get through it. Plus, we have bonus time today. Hopefully, you guys appreciate that. I'm a little bit under the weather this morning, just a little bit, but I should be fine. Let's say hi to each and every one of you. We've got a Liger fan in the house. I see that the Captain Fandom Nerd is also here. Morgan King is joining us. We've got James Dosher here as well. Griffin, what's going on this day in history? Doesn't sound good. A massive earthquake in 1303 hit Crete. It sent a tsunami that hit Alexandria, Egypt, killing millions and destroying one of the seven wonders, the lighthouse. Wow. Well, there you go. We've got SFX 314 Sabretooth Raptor here. Yek Nomino is hanging out. We've got Lord Thoth in the house, as well as Vince Womack. Your Muslim uncle is checking in from a Swedish hockey arena. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to say that. We've got Shrek PMC in the house. He actually dropped a video today, episode 12 of Wrath of Iniana. So go check that out. That'd be fine. It'd be fine. Go check it out. Make Shrek PMC happy. We've got Darren Hughes in the house. He's wrenching away. Thank you for that, my friend. D. Bud Martin is here as well. Professor Haytien is maybe going to have a bad week. I hope not. I hope it turns around, my friend. We've got Joseph Dredd in the house, Low Spec Linux Laptop. We've got 11 Alpha here, and Jesse, otherwise known as the Common Nerd. We've got the lovely 6 here with a little bit of bonus time thrills right there. We got Randall Orser in the house. Ralph Von S is checking in from across the pond. And there's my buddy in the UK, Al Humphreys. Hope you're doing well. I will see you hopefully over on Mr. H Reviews channel later for the HCast. That show is growing every day. Annie Masterson is here. Says, good morning. Good morning to you. Fat Ellis's thumb smashed. Yes, thumb is smashed. Thank you, my friend. Josiah Robinson is here. We've got Vulcan Lives. A few other folks have cruised through the door as well, like my buddy Zax and Mariella Newworth. Good to see you. Let's see. Izaj Melody is here. The great Eric K., the master of mods, the Mensch of Wrenches. And we've got Commander Ed Straker of Shadow here as well. The Bad Cap is here, and so is Philip Gaming. Cosmic Squirrel checking in from the Cosmos. And, of course, Dylan. What's up, Dylan? Blackia is here. We've got Darius Munchausen. I think I saw Scott Cook as well. I did. There's Scott Cook. A Tipping Barn is here. Yo. That's right. Used to say hi to people like that. Darth Plato. What's going on? Shags is here. Shags is awesome. Gonna hang out with Shags for a couple of minutes here later today. We've got Spider Unlimited here. And, of course, Kremlin. Let's see who else is here. Let's see. Oh, Bubba Big Daddy Porkins. And a few others. Hey, guys, can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me? Tiberius K, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Well, let's see. I think I said hi to Andy, a very talented man. I think I did. I said hi to Vince already. Vince is everywhere. Vince is Rumble. Vince is Odysee. Vince is Twitter. Hi, Twitter. For those of you on Twitter, I really wish we could interact. Maybe someday. Robert Deves is here, and so is John Sapola, and a few others. But hey, we have to go. Dr. Bravo, Evil Ramen, Admiral Teague, Jacob Bauman. Good to see you. Let's see who else rolled in the door. Robert is here. What's up, Robert? JD 3138. Good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning. Biggles! Adam. All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for not seeing me at all on camera. Well, that won't do it all. Let's hit pause for a second and fix this problem. We'll be right back. That was intolerable. Intolerable. Let's see if we can sort this out. Hang on, folks. A little technical difficulty here and there. Let's see. Wow. How strange it is. Let's try one more time. This is weird, guys. I apologize. I'm glad we have bonus time today. It'd be a real problem if we didn't. I don't know what's happening. This never happens. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let's try again, shall we? No. Well, we're going to switch to the other view. Haven't done this in a while. All right. All right, we're going to give it another go, folks. Sorry about that. Not sure what's going on. Very strange. But at least I got a super sticker from my good friend Al Humphreys. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Lovely Sherry's here. Intolerable. That's right. Like bagels. Hey, Delu. Good to see you. All right, we'll try again. New camera. All right. Let's see what happens. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, and we're in a different camera position. I don't know what's going on. I truly don't. It's very strange. I wonder what bonus time is going to look like. Anyway, we got 17 stories. Not a lot of time to get through them, so we got to start right away. We've already wasted too much time. And for that, I feel bad. So let's get on it. First, we're going to start off with the Global. Paramount Global sells their Simon Schuster publishing arm, finally, for deal number 2, for $1.62 billion in cash. And boy, do they need it, because they're hurting. Although, not quite as bad as you would think. They've only lost $424 million in the last quarter. They did gain more subscribers on Paramount Plus. They're up to 61 million now. Not too bad. Quarter 2, though, all overall, not really where you want to be. But that $1.6 billion is going to be used to pay down debt. They're still suffering with, like everybody else is, with a tremendous amount of revenue loss due to the fact that the ad numbers, the ad payments are coming in very, very low. And that would count for network TV as well. They also plan to optimize their content spend around audience segments. In other words, they're going to actually try to appeal to you with high quality shows. I think that's good. I haven't done that in a while. You've got Blue Beetle looking to rock 30 million at the opening weekend. That is terrible, by the way. That's like Shazam Fury of the Gods level. Not great. The folks over at Warner Brothers are losing Priya Dogra, who's been there for EMEA for a long time. Basically, this is the person in charge of Europe, Middle Eastern countries, etc. And 14 years is a long time to be in that gig. I wonder who they're having come in to replace her. Hopefully somebody that's qualified, because you have to be able to appeal to those local markets. Jeopardy is going the same way as everything else in Hollywood. They're going to be recycling questions from way back in the day. That's right. Yeah, you're going to see a lot less variety in those questions too, because they don't have writers. Well, I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, Marvel VFX artists to vote to unionize. So it looks like, well, Disney has even more trouble now. And it doesn't surprise me. They're so poorly treated. I imagine we'll probably talk about this story over on the HCast a bit later today. Little Mermaid sets its early September release on Disney Minus. That's right. You can see this abomination of a film on Disney Minus here in September. They have had an extended run in the theater for this film, trying to at least get it to a point where it might break even. They're still about $100 million short. YouTube superstar MrBeast has been sued for $100 million by the company who actually runs his burger chain restaurant. It's a ghost kitchen, and they just kind of deliver to places. I guess he said some very unflattering things about the burgers, which I'm to understand are quite accurate. They're pretty disgusting. And he wants to kind of pull away from it. Well, they're going to sue him for $100 million. U.S. inflation is steadily cooled. Getting it down to the Fed's target rate will be the last mile. No, I don't care what you say as far as inflation goes here, AP, or anybody else at this point. 9% inflation that we suffered under for a long period of time, and you're saying that we're down to 3%. A lot of those metrics changed along the way. I don't believe you. You're still paying almost, well, 3 times as much for gas. You're paying, gosh, at least that much, at least 3 times as much for groceries and everything else. At the same time, Americans' income have dropped on average $4,000 a year. So at a time when people absolutely need help, this is not a good time to lie about things. We've got China's exports tumbling once again in July. This seems to be a regular occurrence now as their kind of economy goes into the dumper. We've got the stock market slumping off the bat, of course, because, well, banks, economy, all kinds of other problems going on right now. And if the banks and all of these other industries weren't so interested in what you and I said on social media and paid more attention to, taking care of our money, perhaps we'd be in a better situation. We've got UPS lowering their 2023 revenue outlook because they're having to deal with unionized labor. That's not necessarily going to be cheap. And they've also got problems with packages. People aren't ordering as much online, I guess. I don't know. Georgia kids would need parental permission to join social media if the Senate Republicans get their way. What about if the parents get their way? Perhaps parents would like to have a little bit of control. Perhaps they would like to make sure that their kids have permission to use things like TikTok and Snapchat. I think that's not a bad plan. New Zealand is partnering with the worst of them all, BlackRock, in order to reach 100% renewable electricity, which means, well, more destruction of environment, more harvesting of minerals and other things that are definitely green. And finally, Weird Barbie is going to get the doll debut that you were all hoping for. It's time to get weird. So, here you go. Weird Barbie. Pick one of those up soon. On that note, I'm out of time and I'm out of stories for this part of the show anyway. We've got the cleanup or bonus time, whatever you'd like, coming up next. So don't go anywhere. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And now, join me for bonus time. That's not bonus time. That's credits. I think I loaded into the wrong version of OBS because these aren't the new credits. Did I say I was a little under the weather? Good to see you all. We got Elizabeth Young here. Final Monkey's hanging out with us. P. Lai is in the house. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Spaceship Vampires here. There's Keck 44. There's the lovely Sherry. And there's Penny. Hi, Penny. I hope you're doing well. Saw you this morning on Loki's show. I couldn't roll out of bed. Massive thunderstorms today. My goodness. What's up, Judicon? That's right. I didn't even quite get enough in that. I didn't get a sore throat. This is bad. What's up, Mighty Warbots? Hey, R to the Icky. What's up? All right. Yeah, this is not fun. I do not know what's happening right now. Oh, hey. Oh, I don't know what it is. That was funny. You got to see the green screen and everything. Kooky Madookie. What the heck? There we go. see if we can zoom in on me and all my apparati here. There. How's that? Oh, that's the green screen. Yeah. And behind me is a big picture window out there. So, and I think you saw some of the media down there in the corner. That's fine. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been an interesting day so far. Oh, the weirdness. The weirdness. Let's see if we can get rid of the green screen real quick, and then we'll jump on to hey, look at that. Poof. On. We'll jump on to some of the stuff we want to talk about. The weird Barbie thing is not a surprise to me. I mean, I knew they were going to be somewhat desperate to capitalize on all of that, but wow, and my hair's disappearing. This is kooky. I'm sorry, guys. Very unprofessional day. 100 of you out there on YouTube and Hi Rumble, and hello. Lord Shax is out there over on Rumble and a few others, and then of course Twitter. Hi, Twitter. We got a lot going on there. Let's see what's happening. Hey, what do you guys have to say? Yeah, New Zealand has fallen. Yeah, there's several countries, or Australia too. Hey, there's Magitech Mags. I hope you're doing well, dear. I really do. We got Greasy Pam Ham in the chat. A few other folks. Lots of starred stuff here. Let's see. Who do we got? Oh, we got Darius Munchausen dropping me a super sticker. A cup of coffee. Thank you for that, my friend. Magitech Mags dropping me a super sticker, which I appreciate. That $2. And Darius Munchausen for another $2 says, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Well, it's just a green screen. I have a green wall on this side. I used to actually have the desk facing that way. But the ultimate goal was to get that curtain down, so every once in a while I could show everybody the greenhouse that's behind me. We'll get there. I just don't have enough time in the day. I just don't. But thank you for the super chats, everybody. I appreciate that. Keeps the show going, and we get a little bit of bonus time today. But for all of you who did send super chats, I just want to say thanks.
Your kindness knows no bounds. Except for whatever $sign you chose to stop at.
Well, there you go. There you go. What $sign did you choose to stop at? I don't know. Professor ATN says, not enough time. That's my life right now. Hey, and thank you for being a member for 12 months. I appreciate it. This mind, intention left blank. It's time to upgrade to the Commodore 64. From the Commodore 64. Hey, no, this thing's a beast, man. This is an i9. 10,000 hertz chip. It's got 100 and oh my gosh, it's got more RAM than I could even ever hope to fill in real time. It's got a monstrous video card, although I am looking at the Series 4 to upgrade to the NVIDIA 4000 series. But yeah, I mean, this thing's a beast. So I don't know what's going on. Had some really weird stuff happening this morning. So I think I loaded into the wrong OBS, to be fair. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's get the subs up to 200K. He should be there already. Yes, let's do that. That'd be amazing. 10,000 hamsters. There you go. Yeah, I've got 128 gigabytes exactly. Yep. 2 times 64. It's crazy. My board is just loaded up. Plus, I've got one of those NV RAM cards, or no, maybe 2 of them now on that motherboard. Multiple terabytes on board. Very strange. I'm not flexing anything, Pet Pred. As I get older, I get less literate on things, that's for sure. But it's great to see you guys. All right, let's get to it. Steven Crowder made a big show announcement this morning in addition to the new shows. Apparently, they will also be doing something similar to what Project Veritas did, undercover journalism. That's cool. I like that idea, Lord Shax. I hope that he's successful in that. We need more of it. We certainly do. What else do we got going on? Oh, you know what? I want to get to this story. My good friends over at That Park Plus, and you know, the leader of the pack over there is WDW Pro. You should be checking out his videos. Dropped a monster today. Monster. Great timing for that was like 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And that I want you to go watch it. I'm not going to spill the beans, but I'm going to tell you that's going to rack it up for Disney walking into this earnings call tomorrow. Earnings call tomorrow will be crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy. So let's start here from that Park Place. Interesting story. Maybe you've seen some video support for it. This broke on August 3rd. Our friend Jonas Campbell is the one who did all the research here. And as you can see, Disney employees are forced to prove DEI commitment or have their pay reduced. Now, I've mentioned this a few times, but here's the actual story. So something transformative has been happening at the Walt Disney Company, and now we're getting into the specificity of it all. According to multiple documents obtained by that Park Place, the Walt Disney Company is engaging in race, sex, and gender-based pay scheme within certain divisions of the company. That's illegal. So we've got sources that have provided materials, which are in here, that actually outline all of this. This isn't just borderline illegal; it's totally illegal. Oh, thank you, Vulcan Lads. Yeah, the High Republic video. Of course, I love hanging out with Pro. Whenever I'm available and he makes an offer, I usually take him up on it to talk about fun stuff. Yeah, WTF indeed, Fat Elvis. But this is illegal. Oh, yeah, this is also true. Disney Plus is merging with Hulu in December. Yes, Adam, very good. Yeah, I think Park Place also did that. Yeah, that is illegal. Correct. It is. So anyway, under the system described, employees are required to submit documentation to present at regular performance reviews to prove the employee's commitment to the cause of diversity, equity, and exclusion, apparently. And equity, by the way, is not possible. So diversity is better accomplished when it's organic, as we know here in this country, and not forced, which is what's, been transpiring in certain areas. So anyway, so at the reviews, managers judge the employees' activities, inclusivity actions, and review, and they get a weighted payout factor. So if a manager finds a sales employee's commitment to diversity lacking, the employee in question would have their commission wages cut by up to 25%. Holy illegalness, Batman. Hey, what's up, Nut Bunny? Let's see. Here we go. So here's a chart. Payout mechanics, MBOs. So yeah, you're evaluated against 4 MBO categories, 5 for people that are managers, of course, with specific goals and expectations. There are 7 different levels of performance, from performing below minimum standards to clearly exceeding target performance. And the following table shows payout formula for each of these 7 performance level. And there you go. Breaking it out specifically. This is crazy. Crazy. So the initiatives are described in the documentation, and then they're absolutely bonkers. So a source familiar with the program stated that the company would often lower qualification standards to show preferential treatment in the hiring process if the company deemed potential candidates to have elevated diversity status, but did not otherwise meet minimum qualification requirements. Illegal. Illegal. Oh my goodness. Team members are expected to participate or plan diversity presentations. Oh my goodness. At regular staff meetings. Whoa. This document encourages employees to verbally praise Muslim coworkers that engage in fasting during Ramadan. I mean, you should support your fellow employees anyway. And when someone in a particular faith group tells me what they're celebrating, I mean, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Usually I'm up to learn about it, but having a company direct you to do that, not so great. I mean, again, would you expect them to do that with, let's say, Christian faith people? Probably not. So, oh, wait, here's the statement. I have so much admiration for your commitment to your faith. All right. Oh, wait. And this is my point. Exactly. They did not recall any times that employees were encouraged to make similar statements for adherence to Christianity or Orthodox Judaism. Oof. So that was my point. See, Should have just kept reading. Walt Disney Company came under fire over the last few years for ordering all employees to submit verification of their status regarding things. And Disney stated that employees had 2 months to verify the thing. Not good. In October, Allison Williams left ESPN because of this thing, which we come to find out this could come back to Disney and bite them in the tail end. Other employees reported difficulty in receiving exemptions. Crazy. But here's an example of how it would work. And again, here's more of the chart. Embrace change and drive innovation meets target 100%. Champion diversity, equity, and inclusion clearly exceeds target 150%. Customer focused exceeds target 125. Enhance our DAS culture meets minimum target 50%. So overall payout straight average is 106.25. So they can always bring it down on any of those. That's rude. So yeah, having Latondra Newton leave says an awful lot. And the Reimagine Tomorrow initiative that Newton helms still is in place at the Disney company. And Sonia Coleman is the person that's still there doing it. My goodness. What do you think of that, folks? How are those apples? I don't think my performance at any company has ever been based on anything other than my performance in my job, the merit, the what I bring to it, what metrics I show. I don't think it's ever been in any other way evaluated, for lack of a better way of saying things. I don't know. Do you guys have any similar things in your businesses to that? That's how you're being evaluated? Lord Shack says, I'd walk in eating a steak cooked rare over on Rumble. Yeah. Hey, Vince Womack's chatting with us over on Odysee. So Zarin says, LOL left WDC to suddenly pursue her jewelry business. I see what you did there. Well, yeah. She was a gem at the Disney company. Yeah. I have to tell you, Jonas wrote a brilliant article. Truly. And again, I mean, you know, I have friends of all faiths, Muslim. I have Jewish friends. I've been to mosques and synagogues, and you know, pretty much of every faith. And I would no sooner, you know, push anybody to, you know, give me rah-rah speeches about my belief system than I would expect them to have me do the same thing for theirs. Faith is a personal thing, so it's very strange. Anyway. We're actually going to see Disney catch fire and explode soon, says Canadian Spider-Man. Quite possibly. Business want diverse workforces to demonstrate they're not discriminatory and deflect lawsuits. Well, that's very true, but at the same time, any kind of discrimination based on immutable characteristics, in particular race, any discriminatory practice or preference is illegal. I'm not kidding. EEOC should go after them. Reimagine is a tell. Yes, it is. And yeah, that is DEI just changing names. That's right. And that's the thing. I mean, DEI is going to change. They're going to rebrand. BlackRock is rebranding ESG as we speak. You know, the HRC is, you know, a very bad organization because none of what they espouse or even what the title of their organization says is accurate in any way. Yeah. Professor ATN says, do you want my honest opinion? Disney is a cult, and it's just starting to come out. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got 2 videos coming out today. Yesterday, I did one on Disney. If you didn't catch the second video on the mouse, a lot of people didn't. I'm not getting notifications out there anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. But that particular video is a very elucidatory. I think you'll be able to see, kind of what's going on over there and the people that are signed up for it. There are a lot of Disney lifestylers out there that are going to be very angry with me, because I'm basically holding a mirror up to the fact that, you maybe it's time to grow up a little and open your eyes to what's actually happening. Stop huffing the pixie dust. But I don't know. Everything is fine. That's right. Everything's burning. An actual meritocracy. Oh, what an amazing concept. Hey, look, as I look to shift my life into a different period and I develop different businesses, which is what I'm working on right now, I have a feeling that I'm just going to go after the people who are most qualified and do a good job and crush it every day. And none of the other stuff really matters to me. And that's what you're supposed to do as a corporation. Yeah, getting rid of those DEI initiatives probably not help because it's already ingrained. This is 100% true, Elizabeth. Yeah. It's going to take a long time to straighten out. And they may have to go after individuals within the company to put a stop to this. But you have, quite a shift in the national level of government, to the point where they're so corrupt they aren't motivated to take care of these problems. James Dodger says at the U.S. Post Service, the only level of discrimination was, are you really dumb enough to want this job? Yeah. Final Monkey says if Disney came back to life, he would take a flamethrower to Walt Disney World. I'm not certain about that, but I think that he would be rather surprised and would initiate change right away. Yeah. Will I enforce DEI in hair care? No. My hair care, my hair products, hair and body products are for everybody, even though they're designed primarily for dudes. It'll work for anybody. So the only thing that you would have to switch up because of the biochemistry of men and women is probably deodorant, and maybe anything that was oriented around sensitive skin. So like if I went with a very sensitive skin moisturizing sunscreen or something, but at least that's my understanding. I'm not a biochemist or anybody that works in that field. So, Have I been to the Temple of Doom? No, but I have been to the oh gosh, what is the name of the attraction in Disney? The Indiana Jones adventure. I forget what the name of that temple is, but that one's kind of fun. Yeah, reimagine, yet they lost imagination. Yeah, and that's all they're doing now is reimagining things because they don't have imagination. Again, there's a certain segment of people that don't have creativity anymore. All they can do is destroy. They all seem to be aligned with a political ideology, and they are very happy to tear down and destroy things. I think you're going to see a class action lawsuit very soon. Elon Musk is getting involved in a lot of things right now, and I think all of them will change the world. Hey, what's up, JT Gunn? Check out JT Gunn. Not only that, JT has got, along with right next to the new Kenergy products, over on Mixed Teas, you have Kenergy products and JT Late Night with Cat. Very cool stuff. So go over to Mixed Teas and check it out. Cool stuff. What's up, Darth Gutierrez? We got Iron Caster in the house. But faith is a very personal thing. So for Disney to take a dive and a swipe at that, that's bonkers. Truly. Ah, there it is. Yes, Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Thank you, Delta 62. Yeah, and there used to be a lot of fun. Originally, when that attraction opened, it was sponsored by AT&T, and they would hand out little cards so you could decipher all. This is how intricate attractions used to be designed, the level of imagination. They would hand you a card with the so you could translate the hieroglyphics on the wall, all the little symbols, into letters, so you can like read messages and stuff throughout. Yeah, don't do that anymore. Yeah. Al Humphrey says, do you have hair products for crappy curly hair and wiry beards, Culture Cinnamon? Or should I just cut it all off? Hey, these products will work for everybody. But I would suggest until I'm able to get everything out, which again is suffering delays all over the place for reasons. But any kind of peppermint oil based beard oil probably will help you immensely with your beard. And then again, if you really want to straighten it out, and I didn't bother this morning, but if you really want to straighten it out, you use your product on it, bergamot, sandalwood, infused, whatever, oil, and then you blow dry your beard. Comb it straight down, blow dry it, put a little undercurve under it, and do that often enough, and it'll eliminate some of those problems. This is not people are leaving because they're like, I don't want to hear about beard care. Weatherman's here. Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, and this is true. I mean, faith is so personal that the people who have faith don't in any way speak the same way to their deity. It's just not the way the world works, folks. Maybe they should introduce something similar to AR. I think augmented reality is pretty cool if that's what you're referring to. Truth Lives is here. Movies promote worldview warfare, so people will worship a subjective ideology. They can't justify right or wrong, and therefore they worship absurdities, so they commit atrocities. Wow, that's thoughtful. That's very thoughtful. What helped with my beard was shaving it off. Okay, Shrek. Peppermint keeps the spiders away. That's also true. I have a bunch of peppermint in the greenhouse. I love that smell. Mint is great. Yeah, without a consistent worldview, then enjoy the consequences of that reality that can't justify right and wrong. Yeah, we're kind of living in that at the moment. This is very true. This is why they're trying to do away with the hero's journey and everything else in cinema and television. They don't like the idea of heroes and villains because they identify as villains and they don't want you to think that they're bad, even though what they're doing is just terrible. Yeah. Yeah, Lord Shax, indeed. I will avoid common allergy ingredients. Already have been. Yeah, so yeah, coconut strawberry. Also fragrance free if you can. Yeah, and of course there will be fragrance free stuff as well. So, Commander is Drake of Shadows, like no wrong, no wrong. Thank you. Moral relativism is a blight, indeed. Indeed. No, it's not that deep. It's what the social engineer has been doing for so long. Originally, they used radio and newspapers. You're there. Yeah. True story. I'm with you. All right. I wonder what else we can talk about today. Did you guys see any fun news? I doubt it. Not a lot of fun news in the world. AMC did rather well. I don't think we did the Fox story, did we? I don't think we did. I think I pulled it out and then didn't show it off. I thought this was an interesting. I mean, some people like or don't like Fox News Corp, but Fox Corp itself has done really well in their quarterly reporting at 5:14 this morning. They hit their quarterly target despite the advertising dip. And that's the thing that, Paramount suffered from, was the advertising suck out there. And I've been talking about the fact that that was going to go sideways for a long time. But Fox Corp revenue stayed flat in the quarter ending June 30 compared to a year earlier period, but it matched Wall Street analyst consensus estimate as earnings beat expectations, of course. So affiliate fee revenue climbed 3% from a year ago. Well, that's actually well behind inflation, paced by a 9% upswing in television division. Wow, that's cool. Advertising revenue fell 4%, with gains from streaming service Tubi being offset by the absence of political spending. Well, that's going to be true for all the major networks and cable channels that utilize that. So yeah, its heavy concentration of assets inside the pay TV bundle is, as well as an ad-supported streaming. Fox is viewed as a bellwether in the video advertising business. It is, which is telling me not to expect any great amount of revenue going forward. So there you go. Talk about the payment to Dominion voting, et cetera, affecting obvious overall performance. But they're not the only one. I mean, you have another earnings reveal today, and that's from our friends over at AMC. It looks like they benefited greatly from the slate of film releases this time around, and abandoning the idea of surge pricing is what I'm going to call it, and prime seat location pricing. I think they did rather well, but they topped their Q2 forecasts and did very, very well today. The company posted total revenue of $1.348 billion. That's up 16% from a year ago. Swung a profit to 1 cent a share from a loss of 12 cents a share year over year. So year-to-year quarter comparison there. Analysts expected 1.29 billion and a loss of 4 cents a share, which didn't happen. So they gained 4% in pre-market trading, hitting $5.35. So for those of you who had diamond hands and bought when it was being actively shorted, well done. The company's earnings release, Adam Aaron said that $34 million cash during the quarter via the sale of preferred equity APE units, paying down $42 million in debt. So they're getting really close to where they need to be. And that's all. I guess he wrote an open letter citing the impact of writers and actor strikes. They said last month that the circuit could run out of cash if it isn't able to raise equity capital. The risk of financial collapse is not whimsical, he wrote to investors in the wake of court ruling, placing limits on AMC's maneuverability. Well, he's whining because he didn't get to pull off the shenanigans he was going to pull off. So it is what it is. See what you guys have to say about earnings. By the way, tomorrow's going to be fire. I hope you guys can check out at least one of the streams that are going to be covering the Disney call, because I think it's going to shock people. Yeah, Tubi is great. I don't mind watching a few commercials if you give me good stuff to watch, especially if it's stuff I can cruise through, right? Hey, what's going on there, Scram? Good to see you, my friend. 100+ likes is terrific, right? It is, Al Humphreys. It is. Bring back $2 Tuesday. Yeah, you need to get back to simple pricing for people, especially in a point where you're having economic crisis. Seriously. Surge pricing? Oh, you mean price gouging. Same thing. So what Disney's doing, that's what they call the adjustable rate ticket price, like day to day. That was a terrible, terrible plan. Man, a great video on Renegade the other day. In fact, I think he released it as a clip on his channel, on the Renegade Live channel, or Renegade Online, I think he calls it. But anyway, talking to Drunk 3PO about the fact that, again, something I reported a long time ago, that Disney was trying to target just the top 5% technically in the country, and that's rough. You're not going to get a lot of repeat customers that way. So, chat's wandered off in the weeds, huh? Let's see. Weatherman's like, burn Disney, burn. Oh, they are. They are. And the Weatherman, Uncle Bob, is burning it down. Weatherman Bob call screener will earn their money. Yeah. Except that this is unlike a annual call where you have to actually talk to retail investors like me. This is still just going to be financial folks. So you're going to get MoffettNathanson and JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, and they're all going to call in. But those people can have some pretty harsh questions, and they have of late. It's going to be hard to answer some of the things Bob's going to have to speak to. And he's really been putting his foot in his mouth. I'm probably going to actually record the entire call so that I can break it down into clips and do a video about it, just individual points. So hopefully I can get that done inside of a week. We'll see. Just how many streams are covering it, says Kalichioki. I thought it was just VR. I think VR will probably be where most people tune. I know I'll be tuned there. If I'm, not on the panel, I'll be listening with all of you. And probably cheering along with them, because there's going to be moments where it's going to be like, wow. Sometimes it's not what they say, it's what they don't say when they're asked a question. Eef. Crazy. Yeah, there's a reason I'm a big believer in physical media like Midnight's Edge. I don't trust streaming, says Peli, and I don't either. My good friend, Pinochet's Helicopter Tour, says, what are the hurdles or obstacles theaters face when showing old movies? I would show good stuff cheap and stick it to Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, the only hurdles is having an available opportunity to acquire and show said picture. Since we've moved away from a mechanical projection, but there are, which still exists in very rare cases, but since like for example Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter IMAX, but since we moved away primarily from physical projection methods to digital projection methods, you would have to acquire a sourced library digital scan for a theater, and then you'd have to get it at a price point, and sometimes that stuff's just plain not available, although it seems to be more available more frequently. I mean, just look to what Fathom Events does with their re-releases of content. I think that's a path forward. I do. Hey, 126 of you on YouTube, thanks for being here. For those of you who are out on Twitter, thank you for that. And we've got Rumble and Odysee both as well. I think I'm on live on Minds. I'm not sure. I think so. But those are my thoughts. I think you're right, though, Pinochet. I think that's the way forward for cinemas, is to just show good old stuff. I mean, I would love to see True Lies again on the big screen. I'd love to see Alien again on the big screen. I'd love to see the original Star Trek The Motion Picture on the big screen again. I mean, I know those have been out recently. Those are ones I'm mentioning that I know Fathom Events hosted. I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see the original theatrical cut of the 3 Star Wars films, not the ridiculousness of the re-releases that Lucas did with all his manipulations. Blah. So a Disney call, unlike their efforts in entertainment. I'd pay good money to watch that. I'd make a great horror film. Disney executives getting shredded for your viewing pleasure. I think you could definitely make a film on it, to be fair. What's up, John Navon? Good to see you. God bless everyone, indeed. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of reading between the lines during these calls. And you know what? The financial people are smart. They know why you're not answering their question. I was in a business meeting yesterday where I knew that when I asked a question and the person that was responding didn't answer the question I asked, That avoidance tells me more than their statement that was any kind of response to my question. Very telling. Yeah. Weatherman's like, I got my popcorn. That's right. Delta 62 says, I really wonder how Iger's going to navigate the minefield of an earnings call tomorrow. I don't know. Disney seems like California in a forest fire. It's all burning and there's no more water. Yeah, you're 100% right. It's actually kind of weird, right? We haven't seen that in a long time. Disney hasn't burned like this since before Eisner walked in, right? And that was under Miller. And Miller was a Disney family member that they just didn't want there anymore. That caused some family strife. That's a whole other conversation we could talk about at some point. But yeah, this is like that. Like where the company is like in jeopardy of being purchased at that time by a Japanese interest. So if you want to experience true Disney anywhere in this world, you have to go to Japan and go to Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. And then you'll actually remember what Disney is supposed to feel and look and smell like, because they do it the right way there. They're never changing. But it's going to be fun. Oh, I pre-ordered A Nightmare Before Christmas on 4K. Awesome. I hope you get it. I do. Yeah, that theaters. Yeah, when you're looking for the best possible viewing, which is the 70 millimeter cut of the film in IMAX, which is the only way you don't miss anything, because that is a legitimate IMAX on legitimate projectors and legitimate large format. It's basically like watching an open mat film. They had to really think about every shot with that camera because everything was going to be on film. Yeah, there just aren't a lot of IMAXs that are equipped to do this, and it is truly the best way to see that film. So, hey, dearest, good to see you. ActionCom says, "What movies have you seen in a theater that you didn't that you didn't catch on the first run?" Ooh, man, I'm trying to think. Been a couple of horror films I saw that I just, for whatever reason, at the time I didn't see in theaters that have come back, or I caught on like a the second screening opportunity at a dollar theater, and I'm trying to remember what they were, but that's usually what it is. As you guys know, if I'm interested in a film, I'll go see it in a theater, or if I think you might be interested in it, or if I'm trying to make sure or confirm what I've seen, been told, or read about a given film, I'll go and see it. And that way, maybe I can save other people from doing it. But I've seen, let's see, I saw Gone with the Wind. I saw Gone with, obviously I was not born. Gone with the Wind came out. I saw that in a theater. I saw re-release of Wizard of Oz in a theater. But I mean, of more recent stuff, it's all been the horror things that I missed the first time around, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre I saw in a theater after it already released, obviously, and been out, and then pulled back and then back again. But it's almost always horror that I missed on first run, or it's really old stuff. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to see in theaters a lot of classics, and I compelled myself to do that, because when you're in any kind of film class or going to film school or whatever, if you're really a cinemaphile of any kind, I mean, if you hit the bug at some time in middle school or high school or whatever, and you ended up, in love, you went either to film classes or film school or whatever, and that's what I part of my education was that. So I got to see a lot of stuff, a lot of silent films and all that there. And then the ones I really wanted to see when the opportunity presented itself, I would go and see, in the theater. I mean, I think everybody's been to a theatrical experience of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Again, I didn't see that in my youth. I had to wait until, about high school to see that film. Just the way it is. So. Darth Plato, not only did Han shoot first, Han shot. That's it. There's no other shotting. Just one. Oh wow, I'm way behind in the chat. I'm so sorry, folks. I apologize. I'm terrible. Horrible. Should be punished. We got a member chat from our friend Morgan King. Says, "Do you have a website? I'm working on it." We're coming up close on that one. So we're going to have that. It's going to be a shared website, not necessarily or strictly Culture Casino, but we'll have a centralized site for many of us that will be there. And if you're looking for my videos and articles and things like that for as long as Pro feels like promoting me, you can go find me on that Park Place. I have a featured video up there specifically on Disney that's actually on his website right now. So, or that website, I should say, because that's a team effort, and I am blessed to be allowed to participate with that team. Because let me tell you, I'm very impressed with everything that they put out there. I can't say enough positive things about that Park Place, WDW Pro, and everybody that's affiliated there. They're all amazing people. So, yeah, Greedo did nothing. I hated that I hated the changes. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I am on my way to 69 minutes. That's right. Actually, I'm going to be meeting with a fellow content creator here shortly, so we're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. Not right now, but soon. What's up, Dave G Sound? What's going on? What else is going on? Space Dave's here though. You're here. It's okay to be late. You're here. You're here. If anybody gifted subs today, which I'm going to warn you, I did not see. I'm not seeing YouTube chat right now. I don't know why. Today has been nothing but disastrous for me. I don't know what's going on with this stream today. I think I logged into the wrong OBS. I'm like flipping out. Like, what is going on right now? What's going on, dude? But you can tell how bad everything is with cord cutting, and this will be the last story we cover today, because I think I think tech stories are interesting to me. I'm not sure to many other folks. Maybe Cajun Corey cares. I don't know. Good to see you, Cajun Corey. But it looks like we're having another merger of like companies, and again, it speaks to the fact that cable and satellite is losing customers left and right, sometimes up to 1 million per quarter. But it looks like Charlie Ergen's Dish Network and EchoStar are going to merge, combining satellite and broadband in an all-stock deal. Well, there you go. No cash exchange. Merger of equals, perhaps. Hard to say what they'll call it. Merger of equals means one company is going to dominate the culture. We'll find out if it's Dish Networks or EchoStar, but they're going to merge, joining the Satcaster and streaming services and a 5G network. So Dish spun EchoStar out into a standalone company in 2008, and they are back together again. So it looks like because Dish pivoted to telecom, then they own Boost Mobile and the wireless spectrum therein. And that put him in fourth place. So today's merger, which will see cost and revenue synergies. Yes, you're going to see layoffs. It's expected to close by year end. The combined company will be in Englewood, Colorado. Oh, that's cool. And a suite of consumer businesses, brands like Dish Wireless, Boost Wireless, Sling TV, Dish TV, as well as EchoStar, the Hughes and Jupiter satellite services, and Hughes On managed services. My goodness. Wow. Everything started out as one, and then they all split up. It's crazy. Dish's 5G wireless network now covers more than 70% of the U.S. EchoStar's Jupiter 3 satellite launched with significant available capacity for converged terrestrial and non-terrestrial services. Wow. And they will be able to deliver broadband. So there you go. On closing of the transaction, EchoStar shareholders receive 2.85 common shares of Dish for each share of Echo Star on hand. And there you go. That speaks a lot to what's happening in this industry, and it's one of the reasons why I'm still questioning why all these companies did this. Why would you go out and do something that you know is going to restrict the playing field? Why? Streaming, I saw it coming. Almost everybody that I hang out with saw it coming with streaming. You have one big boy on the planet. There's really not a whole lot of room for others. And if you try to push the issue, everybody's going to lose. And you didn't displace, nobody displaced Netflix. Netflix is still going to be number one. It's still number one. You know, a lot of people say, well, Amazon and Apple. I'm like, no. Apple, you wouldn't know anything about. They do their level best not to tell you what's going on inside their doors. Amazon, just by virtue of the fact that they're a retail goods company, gives away Prime Video for free, just to maintain some form of distribution and also feature their web services model. But it's not bringing people to Amazon Prime. Heck, their groceries didn't even do that. Their grocery scheme, they're actually offering their grocery scheme to everybody now. You don't have to be a Prime member to get delivery now. So again, Disney's and also ran in streaming, for lack of a better way to put it. They are losing customers. Warner Brothers is losing customers. I think churn is going to go up exponentially. I think people have come to realize that these services are quite valueless. You only get one or two good things on them every month, and for the most part, everything else is terrible. And believe it or not, you had access to the same amount of good and bad already on the premium cable channels, and even on the non-premium ones, TBS, TNT, and all of that. You would eventually get around to getting those things. And what happened, and I'm going to say it again for the umpteenth time, what happened with the streaming services is they gutted all the other businesses that any of these studios had. So you remove 5, maybe more, paths of revenue at every level that you could make before it made it onto Netflix or before it made it somewhere else. You had all these other revenue paths, and instead you pulled it down into one. You've reduced the amount of films people go see in the theaters because they know they can wait 45 days and they're going to be able to see it on streaming service. And people are, playing Yahtzee with those streaming services all the time, upgrading, moving back, canceling month to month, whatever. So it's bonkers. Yeah, super chat from our good friend Pete O'Shea's Helicopter Tours for $2 saying, thoughts on Mug Club? AJ replatforming revealed today. Wow. I liked Mug Club. AJ replatforming revealed today. I think the model is good. Mug Club model is good. I think what Tim Pool does is good. I think there's a lot to exclusivity, especially when you get up over 10,000, 20,000 subscribers on a given platform. It's better to do it on your own place under your own rules with your own service, because that way you can't be deplatformed or anything like that. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. $5G buzzing all around you. Bzz. Yeah, look, the 5G stuff, I will say, your body is bombarded by a lot of things all day long. Radio signals, all kinds of different wavelengths from space. I mean, the sun is sending waves to you. You have a spectrum of everything hitting your body all at once. Sometimes adding to the spectrum may not be the best thing. And here's a true statement that no one can deny. 5G is very polarizing in experience. It either works well because it's digital, or it doesn't work at all because it's digital. So buildings can't even use it. There's certain buildings you're not going to be able to. I mean, if you've got it, it's rock solid. And if you don't have it, you get nothing. Not great. And a lot of people turn it off on their phone. I should do the static electricity trick. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right. Well, I think I've wasted enough of your time today. Actually, I hope you found it valuable. It was a good time. I think voodoo's great as well, my friend. But I know that we kind of need to move on. Yeah, a lot of people have a negative opinion of Tim Pool. You guys are distracting me. I'm trying to wrap up. I want to say thank you. Thanks for being respectful to each other in the chat. I know there were multiple different conversations happening there all at once. I do appreciate that being done. Most importantly, I don't mind you guys having those conversations. I think they can actually add to the streams, but at the same time, I hope you're respectful to each other because that's what I expect. Sorry, I'll shake my finger at you. Yeah. So we gotta do this. I'm gonna read a couple more things. Plus Logic over on Odysee said, "You're right. Personally, the only company that had a chance to really compete was Walmart, and even they got out of the streaming business. Also, to me, it never made sense for Disney to launch a Plus, even really any fully streaming service. Although Hulu, they didn't have a choice. Well, Hulu was a partnership, and they put themselves in a weird position when they acquired Fox." Because that kind of put that trigger in place for the companies to negotiate to sell to one another or force a sale. All right. We gotta go. Do check me out over on Mr. H's stream. I will be on the Hcast later today. It's in a few hours. Yeah, I hope everybody has an incredible day. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm really bummed out that I obviously logged into the wrong version of OBS today. Weirdness. Okay, so you get to watch the old credits one more time. All right, everybody. Have an incredible day, everybody. I hope it's great. Make Tuesday the best Tuesday you've ever had to date. And thanks to all of these people and a few more that you'll see in the new credits video tomorrow that you should have been seeing today. I'm a little under the weather. Did I mention that? I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I got 2 videos coming out today. I think one came out 4 minutes ago. Go check it out. I think you'll love it. It's cerebral. It's thoughtful. It's measured. It's a great comparison between today in Hollywood and 1971 in Hollywood. Lots of parallels. History may not repeat itself exactly, but it certainly rhymes. And with that, thanks to my high rollers and all the other great supporters here. Thanks to each and every one of you, no matter where you're at. Have a great day, everybody.